Today we are touring a neighborhood that has a quiet suburban feel and has easy access to all of Louisville's amenities. In my opinion, it has an affordable luxury. So if you want quiet and peaceful, beautiful tree-lined streets, and if you want unbeatable access, then you are definitely going to want to consider Louisville's Plainview neighborhood. In today's video, I'm going to go over all the pros and cons. I'm going to tell you about the real estate. I'm going to take you on a driving tour so you can really get into the neighborhood and see what it's all about. And then we're going to hop on the map together so you can understand exactly how much access you have to all of the amenities that Louisville, Kentucky has to offer. Hi, my name is Katie Skeen, a local realtor here in Louisville, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about some of the pros of living in the Plainview neighborhood. The first is its prime location. Now, when we jump on the map together, you're gonna see just how close it is to all of the restaurants, grocery stores, shopping, all of the things that you could possibly want. It's located just to the east of the Watterson Expressway. So you're not in that inner circle of Louisville, but you're just outside of it. So it's still gonna have really easy access to downtown. You have a really quick jump onto Interstate 64. So if you're a person who works in the city and you want a suburban feel, then this is going to be one of the closest suburban neighborhoods to downtown Louisville. The second pro of living in this neighborhood is a strong sense of community. Now, you're going to see lots of people out walking in the neighborhood, walking their dogs, walking their kids, saying hi to one another. It has this really nice community feel where neighbors know each other and want to be friends with each other. The neighborhood is actually centered around the Plainview Swim Club, so we're going to talk more about that later, but I think that's one of the things that brings the neighborhood together. And of course, they offer a lot of different community events as well. I know every year they have a community yard sale. So actually, if you like to shop yard sales, you're definitely going to want to come to that one because I feel like the people in this neighborhood have a lot of really great stuff that they offer at that, but that's a fun community event that people really enjoy in the Plainview neighborhood. The third pro is that you're going to get more for your money in Plainview. I actually helped a family move within the Louisville metro area last year that they ended up choosing Plainview. They wanted to be close to the city and they did desire actually to be within the Watterson Expressway, but we just couldn't find enough space for their family inside the Watterson. And so for the price point and the amount of space that you get, I think it is that's why I called it affordable luxury. I think it's just such a deal for what you get living in this neighborhood. And the landscape is mature. They have these beautiful tree-lined streets. I think you're really getting a lot for your money when you move to Plainview. One of the best amenities about living in Plainview is your convenient location near the Plainview Swim and Tennis Club. This is a popular spot for the Plainview residents to come in the summertime. They have both swimming, tennis, and a playground. The swimming pool, of course, is the centerpiece of this club. It has a really large outdoor swimming pool. You do have to have a membership to come here, but you are able to actually buy a day pass if you just want to come for the day to swim at Plainview. They also have a swim team. So if your kids are interested in getting on the swim team and working on those skills, they do have a really great recreational swim team. Additionally, they have tennis courts. Now, of course, this is really important to me because I'm a tennis player and I'm standing right out here in front of these Plainview clay tennis courts. We got a little bit of a tennis lesson going on back here with these young children, but this is a great place to play tennis. They have both clay and hard courts. So if you're a tennis player, this is definitely going to be a pro for you living in Plainview. The club also hosts several social events throughout the summer, so you definitely want to check out their website. And I think that I already mentioned this, but this is actually a public club, so anyone can join, but you do have to have membership. And this is facilitated and organized by Jeffersontown, Kentucky, which is a city located within Louisville, Kentucky. In just a second, I'm going to tell you more about real estate in Plainview, and I'm also going to take you a driving tour so you can really get a feel of what these streets look like. But before we do that, I wanted to just share with you what a privilege it is for me to be able to make these videos for you. I really love getting you into the neighborhoods to see what they're all about, but even more so than making these videos, I really love helping people relocate either to Louisville or within the Louisville metro area. So if you're thinking about making a move and you're interested in the Plainview area, or you're just trying to figure out which neighborhood would be the best fit for you, please reach out to me. I get calls, texts, emails, and Zoom invites from people like you every single day. So here's my contact information. I want you to pick up the phone and text me right now so that I can help you with this process of figuring out what neighborhood would be the best fit for you or you and your family. I really appreciate the opportunity to help people move. Let's talk a little bit more about the real estate here in Plainview. You're going to see a variety of styles here in this neighborhood. You are going to see some mid-century ranches, you're going to see some traditional two-story colonials, and then you're even going to see a couple custom-built homes in this neighborhood. Most of the homes have more spacious lots for being a city suburb, and they have mature, maintained landscapes. It's really beautiful to look at the homes in this area. Home prices can range anywhere from the mid-200s all the way up to over $500,000. So if you're looking at something in that $200,000 range, you are going to have to look at a townhome or a condo. The community actually has several complexes that offer those. So if you're wanting to get into this neighborhood, or maybe you're retired and you're looking to live near your family who maybe lives in this neighborhood, then you're going to want to consider the condos or the townhomes. But if you're looking for a single family home, you're going to need to expect to pay in the 300s and up. If you're open to a fixer-upper, then you can probably get something in the $300,000 range, but most of the homes in this neighborhood are going to start in the low to mid fours. The homes in this neighborhood tend to be larger, 3 to 4 bedroom homes. The median sales price for a property so far this year is $447,500. The median days on market is 2. So if you're looking to get into this Plainview neighborhood, you need to know that you're likely going to have to spend in the 400s, and that when the homes do come on the market, if they're priced correctly and they're move-in ready, they are going to sell quickly. In 2 days, they went under contract for the median days on market for this past year. In the last 12 months, the lowest single-family home sold for $315,000. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,231 square foot home. Now, this home was definitely a fixer-upper. Somebody was likely going to go in there and completely cosmetically renovate it, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're in the 300s, it's going to be a fixer-upper. The highest priced home in the neighborhood sold for $574,000. It was a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 4,111 square feet. This was an absolutely beautiful home. It was completely renovated and it was really gorgeous. So some families scoop that up and they are very lucky, but the most luxurious home in the neighborhood is going to be in the $500,000 range. Now I'm going to hop in the car and I'm going to drive you around this beautiful neighborhood so you can get a feel of what it actually looks like to be on the streets of Plainview. As you can see, this area right here is Plainview. Let me show you in comparison to the city exactly where we are. Here's the city of Louisville, and Plainview is marked by that pin there. Here's the Watterson Expressway, which is 264. It's our inner circle that goes around the city of Louisville. So Plainview is located just outside of that inner circle. It's off of Route 64. So 64 is the interstate that takes you all the way over to Lexington, and Plainview is just right off the Hurstbourne Parkway exit off of 64. So it's one of the first suburbs outside of the Waterston Expressway that has bigger homes, a more suburban feel, but you're still well within the Gene Snyder Expressway. So you're not getting so far away from the city. Let's take a look at how far it is from downtown. So let's get directions from Louisville, Kentucky to downtown. Here it says it takes 21 minutes. They're going to send you via 64. That totally makes sense. It's going to be your closest interstate. It's going to get you to downtown the fastest. I think around 20 minutes when you don't have a lot of traffic. Now, when you do have a lot of traffic, coming home, your commute after work, if you're doing it during rush hour, this could be closer to 30 or 40 minutes possibly for you to be able to get home from work. So let's zoom in and take a look here closer to Plainview. So when you're not talking about interstates, Plainview is basically this kind of area right here. Now there's a couple of little spots in here that aren't technically Plainview. This is not technically Plainview, but this is the general area. So your main roads that go past, here's Shelbyville Road. Okay, that's a main road that goes all the way from downtown all the way out to Shelbyville, Kentucky. And then right here you have Hurstbourne Parkway. So Hurstbourne is a major road that's going to take you up to Westport Road, Brownsboro Road. It's going to take you south into J-Town. It's interesting to note that Plainview is actually considered to be part of Jeffersontown. I know a lot of people don't think of it that way, but this Plainview neighborhood is actually one of the neighborhoods of Jeffersontown. So you're going to have the Jeffersontown Police. The Plainview Swim and Tennis Club is a public swimming place, and it's owned by the city of Jeffersontown. I think it's important to realize that it is part of Jeffersontown. When we talked about amenities, we did talk about this View Swim Club. Let's see, swim center. Okay, there it is. There's the Plainview Swim Center, and I did film some from that area. But if you're in Plainview, a lot of kids are riding their bikes or walking to this area in the summertime. So like we said, they have a swim team. It requires a membership to go there, but anybody can join. And you can also just buy a day pass to be able to go there. So it's a great public pool. We don't have a lot of public pools in Jefferson County that I think are really nice, and this is definitely one of them. It also has a tennis court and it has a playground. It has more than one tennis court. It has tennis courts, I should say, and a playground. So it's really nice. Now, if you're wanting a privately owned club, I might recommend for you Blairwood. So right over here is Blairwood. You are very close. You come out of the neighborhood, you're going to cross over Hurstbourne Parkway and come back here into Blairwood. And they also have tennis courts. They have a workout facility. They have swimming. They have a swim team. Blairwood has actually been bought out by Genesis Health Club, so technically it's called Genesis Health Clubs now. There's another Genesis Health Clubs location in Louisville as well, so make sure if you're looking that up, you're looking at the correct location. But Blairwood is privately owned. You have to be a member. It is a very nice facility. And then, of course, if you want something even nicer than that, you might consider Hurstbourne Country Club, which is over here. It is an exclusive members-only club. It has a golf course, tennis, pickleball, swimming, a swim team. It's your typical luxurious country club. Very nice. So those are going to be your 3 swimming spots if you're living in Plainview and you're looking for a place to swim in the summertime, all very conveniently located. As far as grocery stores, again, you are very conveniently located. Here you have a Kroger. That's going to be probably your main grocery store. You're going to come right out of the neighborhood and you'll be there. It's interesting to know that we do have this Timberwood Circle. You can enter the neighborhood from either direction off Hurstbourne Parkway and make that little loop there. The other grocery store that's right outside the neighborhood is Aldi. Okay, who are all my Aldi fans out there? I absolutely love shopping at Aldi. So it's important to note that the convenience is really high. You've got Kroger, you've got Aldi right outside the neighborhood. Now, if you want to go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, you're going to have to go a little bit further. It's saying it's about 11 minutes. It's actually encouraging you to take the interstate to get there. You could also go this alternate route. Now, I know right now right here on Shelbyville Road. They're doing quite a bit of construction, so that can definitely slow you down. But the local route of going would be to take Hurstbourne over to Shelbyville, and you come right down here to the Whole Foods Market. Just further down the street is Trader Joe's. So those are some of your main grocery stores of where you're going to go as far as grocery shopping is concerned. Now, both of the malls are right over here. So Mall of St. Matthew and Oxmoor Mall is right here. You're going to have really easy access to that. And that's about 10 or 12 minutes from the Plainview area. Let me show you where a couple of the closest Targets are. I always want to put it to the Target test, and it's very important to know where your Target is located. You're located 2.4 miles from this Jeffersontown Target that's located right off of Taylorsville Road. So pretty quick and easy access there. The other Target that is going to be relatively close is this Target on Shelbyville Road. That is 4.3 miles. That is the Middletown Target, so it is a little bit further. It looks like your J-Town Target is going to be the closest. So you know I love to put it to the Target test. It's very important to know how long it's going to take you to get to Target. I also helped a family relocate out here to Plainview, and they actually told me that they like to go over to the Douglas Hill Parks area. So that park's a little bit bigger. It has tennis and swimming as well. I didn't actually know it had tennis. I'm such a big tennis player, but I've never played at the Douglas Hills tennis courts, so I'm honestly not that familiar with them. Let's see if it shows us some pictures here. Okay, so here is your park and your playground. Looks like you have a lot of green space, a little bit more than you have over at the Plainview. Oh, they have one of those cute little take a book, return a book library things. Very cute. So if you live in Plainview, you're still going to have access to this park over here in Douglas Hills. Okay, I want to show you just how many restaurants there actually are in this area. Okay, so this space right here between Shelbyville Road and the interstate, you've got two entrances into the neighborhood off Hurstbourne, and you have so many restaurants in this area. So you have an Olive Garden, you have a IHOP, there's also a Waffle House on the other side of the street. There is a Starbucks in this area down in here. Of course, further up here, you've got McAllister's Deli, you've got Firehouse Subs. There is also a restaurant that's really good called Core Life is right up here. This place is really good, okay? If you're living in if you're living in Plainview, you're going to want to check out Core Life. It's very healthy. It's fast casual. It's very affordable. Look at that. That looks delicious. So this is a great lunch spot. You can also go there for dinner. Of course, on Hurstbourne, there's also a Chipotle, Panera, Fazoli's. Quite a few of your fast casual restaurants are located right down the street from Plainview. Oh man, you've got P.F. Chang's right up here on Shelbyville Road. You've got First Watch. You've got Carrabba's. You also have a Bonefish Grill. I don't see it on here, but it's there. Brick House Tavern and Tap House, Connor Steak and Seafood. You've got a Mexican restaurant. So many really good eateries right outside of your neighborhood. So when you think about the convenience of that, it's just 5 minutes or less outside the neighborhood to get to all of these restaurants, many of them fast casual. So it'd be really easy to take a family there. And then the last thing I want to point out is you do have a couple of hotels really closely located to the neighborhood, Holiday Inn East. And then I know over here, there is a Drury Inn, possibly. There's a couple of different hotels over here. Okay, Courtyard Louisville East, Drury Inn, and Econo Lodge. So if you do have family coming to visit, these are really easy hotels if you don't have space in your house, and it's just really quick over to the Plainview area. Of course, people ask me all the time about the schools in this area, so I definitely want to get you more information about that. I do want to give a major disclaimer. This is part of the Jefferson County Public School System, which is a very complicated school system. So if you are relocating here and you're not familiar with JCPS, or if you live here and you already are very familiar with JCPS, please reach out to me. I love to help families figure out the school system here because it can be very confusing. So if you're considering moving to Plainview, you definitely need to put the address of each and every house that you are considering buying into the JCPS School Finder website. It's very important that you do this so you fully understand what your school choices are. If you look on Zillow, it's not necessarily correct what the school choice is that they're telling you. You have to run it through the JCPS School Finder. So more than likely, if you live in this neighborhood, your Reside Elementary School is going to be Middletown Elementary. I love greatschools.org. It is a website that rates schools based on different criteria, and they give Middletown Elementary a score of 4 out of 10. The middle school for this area is going to be Crosby Middle School. It also has a rating of 4 out of 10. And then lastly, when you live in Plainview, you are zoned for Eastern High School. This high school has a rating of 6 out of 10. But like I said, if you're trying to figure out the school system, please contact me, text, call, email, or request a Zoom invite, because I want to make sure to help you understand how where you live is going to impact your school choices with JCPS. Now, of course, living in Plainview is not all roses, okay? We have several cons of living in this neighborhood. The first is that it is a higher price point than the median sales price in Louisville, Kentucky. So I called it affordable luxury, and it certainly is that. But if you are a first-time home buyer and you're trying to get into a home for that $250,000 to $300,000 price point, this is going to probably be a neighborhood that's out of your reach. A lot of people moving into this neighborhood are like moving up. Maybe it's not their starter home, maybe it's their second or their third home that they're buying here in Plainview. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you're probably not going to think this neighborhood is too affordable. The second con that you're going to experience in Plainview is the traffic congestion. You're located right in between Hurstbourne and then Shelbyville Road. And during rush hour, those roads can be absolutely terrible, nightmarish. Also, you're going to have to access the neighborhood from Interstate 64. And again, during the rush hour period, 64 is really backed up. It can have a lot of bad traffic. And so the commute can be long, actually, if you're traveling during rush hour traffic trying to get down to the city. So the last con of living in this neighborhood is that it has a limited entertainment and nightlife. If you thought that you were going to get a lot of parties out here in this quiet suburban neighborhood, you were wrong. So if you want nightlife, and if you want to be able to walk to restaurants and bars and entertainment, this is not going to be the neighborhood for you. You need to check out one of my other videos about living in the Highlands or in Germantown if that's the atmosphere that you are going for. So I'm going to be honest with you, living in Plainview is definitely not going to be for everyone. And here in just a second, I'm going to tell you 2 other neighborhoods that you definitely should consider if you want to be in this neighborhood, but maybe Plainview's a little bit too expensive for you, or maybe Plainview is not luxurious enough for you. I'm going to have 2 great neighborhood suggestions for you to check out here in just a second. But before we do that, I want to remind you that I get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites from people just like you every single day. I remember what it was like to relocate here 12 years ago, and it was really difficult to try to figure out which neighborhood was going to be the best fit for my family, where I wanted to live, what would meet our needs, where in the city I wanted to be situated. There's so many details that you want to consider, and especially, like I said, if you have a family and if school is something that you have to consider, especially if you're wanting to do public school, then you absolutely have got to reach out to me, because I love helping families just like you figure out exactly the fit as far as which neighborhood, help them understand the school system, and help them get a location that's really going to be the right fit for their family. So right here is my contact information. Please pick up your phone right now and schedule that Zoom invite or send me that quick text so we can get this conversation started of where you want to live in Louisville. If you're thinking that this Plainview neighborhood is too expensive for you, I want you to check out Douglas Hills. It's just one neighborhood over, and the median price point is just a little bit lower than that here in Plainview. So if you're still wanting this suburban feel, you still want a larger home, you're definitely going to want to check out Douglas Hills if you need a little bit more affordable price point. Now, if you're looking to be in this area and you want the ultimate luxury, I would like for you to check out the city of Hurstbourne. It's located just across Hurstbourne Parkway from this neighborhood. The median sales price does jump quite a bit. Those homes actually can go all the way up over $1 million. And then of course they have Hurstbourne Country Club over there that a lot of residents in that area join that country club. So it's going to be a higher price point. It's going to be even more luxurious than Plainview. And those would be 2 neighborhoods I would definitely consider if you're looking to move here into the suburbs of Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to do it. If you're interested in more information about neighborhoods in Louisville, I want you to check out my playlist about the various neighborhoods of Louisville, Kentucky. If you want to watch what YouTube thinks you would like, watch this video over here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.